The man accused of murdering a worker at a 7-Eleven across from UNM is still in jail this morning. He'll stay there unless he can come up with a lot of cash. A judge set a $10 million bond for this man, Eloy Aguilar, yesterday. So unless he comes up with $1 million in cash, he's going to stay in jail. Investigators say these three, Aguilar with his cousin and a friend, on Tuesday morning, they decided to go to a 7-Eleven on Central and University and hold up the convenience store. Police say one of them robbed some students in a van outside. They say Aguilar went inside, tried to rob the store, shot and killed the clerk there. He's the man you just saw, Chad Mercer. Police arrested Aguilar on Wednesday, got the other two on Tuesday. All three are now charged with murder. Also this morning, police now have the gun they say Aguilar used to kill Chad Mercer. They found it in an alley yesterday. Detectives are also analyzing the clothes that Aguilar was wearing at the time of the murder.
Detectives are investigating the remains of a baby found buried near Santa Fe. They say someone recently discovered the body of a newborn buried in a field at El Dorado. That's a suburb of Santa Fe. Investigators think that the baby had been there for a couple of weeks. They're not saying if it was a boy or a girl. They do know who the mother is, and they tell us that they are interviewing her. Medical investigators will do an autopsy to determine exactly how the baby died before they decide on any charges.
The woman convicted of a bizarre murder here in Albuquerque that made headlines all over the country will not be getting out of prison soon. Yesterday, a judge told Angela Sanford that she will have to serve her 20-year prison sentence, even though her lawyer filed a motion to try to get her out. Sanford says she's a witch, and 2 years ago, she admits she stabbed and killed Joe Leyva with a Wiccan dagger in the Sandia foothills. She took a deal last year, pleading guilty to second-degree murder. Leyva's family hoped that that was the end of this story.
We've been told, 20 times already we can finally put it behind us, but the fact of the matter is, we can never put it behind us.
Sanford says she killed Leyva because she was afraid he was going to rape her, but prosecutors do not believe her.
A man in charge of a company that builds mansions in Albuquerque is in a lot of trouble this morning. He's accused of ripping off his customers big time. The Caperton family decided to enlist the services of Valencia Estate Homes for renovations. But nearly 3 years later, the family says they are still not back in their home. The owner of the company, Mark Valencia, is accused of overbilling the family.
And we were inexperienced. We had never, built or done any construction.
Investigators think the Capertons were swindled out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The family eventually fired Valencia and hired another contractor. Mr. Valencia is now indicted on 40 counts of forgery and embezzlement. The Capertons are also suing him.
It is a legend, very reminiscent of the Old West, but this morning a steam locomotive that captured the hearts of people all over New Mexico is now in ruins. Until the 1950s, the old Santa Fe locomotive 2926 traveled all around the Southwest with Albuquerque as its final stop. In the late 90s, the city sold the locomotive to a group of volunteers here who vowed to get her running again, but early Monday morning, investigators say 4 men in a white van here drove up, cut the fence, and took off with the original brake beams and brackets from the train.
These items are not replaceable. There was 30 of these locomotives built and only 6 left in the whole United States.
So the volunteers have gone out and told scrap metal companies, not just here in Albuquerque, but all around the country about these stolen parts, hoping that somebody recognizes them. They say they're going to do their best to recreate the parts if they can't get the originals back.
She is fighting to have 2 jobs in public service. A woman is already a firefighter, and this morning a judge could decide if she can be a state representative as well. We're talking about Emily Cain here. She is currently a captain with AFD. She won the June primary and is currently the Democratic nominee for state representative in District 15. The problem is city rules prohibit employees from holding public office, and city officials told Cain she had to retire or drop out of the race. She has taken the matter to court. A hearing is set for this morning. We'll, of course, let you know what happens. What you should know is that right now she continues to be captain at AFD, so she hasn't made a decision or been forced to make that decision just yet.